If you're fascinated by new cultures and eclectic experiences, then an Avalon cruise along the Danube will keep you enthralled. This is Europe's grand voyage and the world's most international river. Spanning across all of Central and Eastern Europe, the Danube passes through 10 countries and 4 capital cities. Just imagine the unique experience of sampling the wonderful diversity of food, architecture, history, and traditions that you'll discover along the way. Depending on which of our Danube cruises you choose, you could begin your discovery in beautiful Regensburg, Germany. Imagine being surrounded by the Germany of 100 years ago as you gaze upon the amazing cathedral here. Or picture yourself sipping a world-famous German beer and enjoying authentic German cuisine in a Biergarten. Downstream, you'll come upon the peninsula of Passau, where the confluence of 3 rivers gives this city a truly unique setting that's as picturesque as any you'll encounter in Europe. The lush rolling green hills along the Danube let you know you're now in the famed Wachau region, where wine connoisseurs will delight in sampling some of Austria's most prized wines. Imagine sipping a refreshing Gruner Veltliner on the steep stony slopes overlooking the Danube. You might also take in Melk and the Baroque splendor of its Benedictine Abbey. Its renowned library lets you step back in time as you gaze upon an amazing collection of books and manuscripts from as far back as 1500 AD. In the picturesque town of Dürnstein, you can hike up to the ruins of the medieval castle where Richard the Lionheart was held captive. Next, you could find yourself exploring the streets of Vienna, the city of music. Walk in the footsteps of composers like Mozart and Strauss. Have your piece of Sachertorte and visit a cafe in the former capital of the Habsburg Empire. Then enjoy Bratislava, the little cousin of Vienna and the capital and cultural center of Slovakia. The town has blossomed since the fall of the Iron Curtain, with its museums, outdoor cafes, and lush green parks. Next up, you'll sail into Budapest and admire the mighty Hungarian parliament from your ship as you enter the city. Another captivating stop is beautiful and diverse Croatia, with its rich history, delicious cuisine, fine wines, and friendly people. Further south, into revitalized Eastern Europe, the Danube winds into Serbia, allowing you to explore the historic town of Novi Sad, as well as the capital city of Belgrade, full of lively pedestrian areas and mighty fortresses. Sailing on, you'll be amazed by the dramatic narrow gorges of the famed Iron Gates, lined with ancient Roman ruins separating Romania to your north and Serbia to your south. Your Danube journey could end with a grand finale in Bulgaria and Romania, shining examples of true Eastern Europe. Highlights include the ancient hilled capital of Veliko Trnovo and its beautiful artwork, the fascinating city of Constanța and its impressive archaeological museum, or the bustling metropolis of Bucharest. Many itineraries even include a stay in Prague, the city of 100 spires, featuring fairy tale views of its 1,000-year-old history. A Danube cruise brings you an east meets west experience unlike any other river can. Winding through some of the most picturesque landscapes in Europe, the Rhine is known as the romantic river. Think hillsides dotted with castles and fortresses, cobblestoned medieval villages, cuckoo clocks, and the legendary Black Forest, the setting of the fairy tales from the Brothers Grimm. Here you can treat yourself to a delectable piece of Black Forest cherry cake. While any romantic would be delighted by a Rhine cruise, food and wine lovers, history fans, and nature enthusiasts will also find plenty to stay enthralled. Beginning in Switzerland, an Avalon journey could have you start by exploring bustling Zurich and enjoying an excursion to quaint, historic Lucerne. Then, where 3 different countries and cultures merge, you'll step aboard your cruise ship and your Rhine River experience will begin. Along your voyage, you might stop in Strasbourg, France, the capital of the Alsace region and home to its delectable wines and enchanting Christmas markets. The university city of Heidelberg, with its awe-inspiring panoramic views and its famous Heidelberg Castle, will be a treat for you and your camera. In Mainz, you'll take in the treasures of the Gutenberg Museum, where you can see the original Gutenberg Bible. In Rudolfsheim, you can relax with a coffee tasting, or visit a museum celebrating the origins of recorded music. Next, your cruise could have you winding the breathtaking Rhine Gorge, boasting constant castles and vineyards. For a truly magical moment, imagine hearing the famous legend of Lorelei, where a mermaid is said to have lured fishermen with her intoxicating song as your ship cruises past the rock. In the vibrant city of Cologne, you can take in the world-famous Cologne Cathedral, the 12 Romanesque churches, or the many scenic bridges before you sail into the Netherlands, home to vibrant fields, iconic windmills, and rich history. Your cruise will then take you to Amsterdam, where you can get a taste of true Dutch life as you stroll the canals admiring the art and architecture and take in the entire community filled with bike riders. Amsterdam's many museums house some of the most famous art in the world, including works from Van Gogh and Rembrandt. Famous wines, rich cuisine, and breathtaking beauty. A cruise from Burgundy to Provence along the Rhone and Saône rivers combines them all, creating the perfect indulgence for all your senses. The beautiful Burgundy area produces some of the most renowned vintages, which has made it world famous for the production, aging, and selling of fine wines. Its most famous historical site, the Hôtel Dieu Charity Hospital, is one of France's architectural highlights. Your cruise could begin on the Rhone's quiet sister river, the Saône, stopping to take in the lovely town of Chalon-sur-Saône. This is perhaps the most famous winemaking region in the world, home to Chardonnay and Beaujolais wines. Continuing on as the Rhone River begins, your next highlight might be the 2,000-year-old town of Lyon. Here you can watch a demonstration on silk making, or indulge yourself in the flavors of the culinary capital of France. It is said that any chef who makes it big in Lyon is assured of celebrity status for life. In Tournon, after a visit to the outdoor market, you can sample some of the finest chocolates in the world on board your ship. The white stone city of Avignon awaits in Provence. One of the great pleasures of your vacation is to spend an evening sitting outside in this vibrant city, taking in the street musicians and artists. From here, you can go on an excursion to take in the panoramic fields of lavender, or the vibrant red cliffs of the ochre quarries. Or a truly remarkable sight is the Pont de Gare, an aqueduct constructed by the Romans in the 1st century AD. As you sail through the unique landscape of the Camargue region, you cruise closer to the Mediterranean. Stop in Arles, a sparkling town that inspired Vincent van Gogh, boasting an array of perfectly preserved Roman ruins that earned it the nickname Little Rome of Gaul. For a change of pace, take an excursion to the ruins of Les Baux, a hillside village built between rocks. Here you can also participate in an olive oil tasting. Finally, you'll find yourself in Monaco by the Grand Casino for a spectacular end to your journey. As your cruise enters the Moselle, the Rhine's peaceful little sister, you'll be met with a picturesque setting that's one of the best-kept secrets in Europe. Anyone who's traveled the Moselle talks about how pretty the scenery is, meandering from quaint village to quaint village throughout some of the most charming areas of Germany and Luxembourg. The river is also an absolute must for anyone with an appreciation of wine. Lush vineyards line the hillside banks, and you'll have plenty of opportunities to sample the local vintages. At the confluence of the Rhine and the Moselle lies Koblenz, a 2,000-year-old gem that's surrounded by fairy tale castles and fortified cities. Take an excursion to the hilltop Reichsburg Castle, which overlooks the town of Cohem, nestled below. Then taste some wines in Berncastle's Enothek, where you will find a representative selection of Moselle vintages from dry to extra sweet. Highlights along the Moselle also include an excursion to Trier, the oldest settlement in Germany, featuring the grand Roman Porta Nigra gate. Here, history comes alive as you walk old Roman roads and gaze on ancient Roman amphitheaters. Then it's on to Luxembourg, the only remaining Grand Duchy in the world, and one of the smallest countries in the world. Your cruise could have you boarding a high-speed bullet train to Paris, the magical city of light, or continuing back to the Rhine.